Okay, imagine a tiny spotlight, a politician in a sparkly hat promising free ice cream for everyone, then drops the cone and says, I meant next Tuesday. Welcome to the Tiny Talent Show, where headlines turn into silly acts, and we grab one small lesson after every laugh.
A quick heads up before we begin. Be kind. We laugh with people, not at them. And after each bit, I'll explain one simple thing kids and grown-ups can talk about together. First up, picture a juggler under that tiny spotlight, tossing bright balls that say new park, safer streets, more playgrounds. Wait, are those balls actually landing anywhere or just flying around? I don't buy it. Promises sound shiny, but I want to see someone start building. He shouts, "Catch my promise!" And, oops, one drops into the hat instead of a playground. I give that a solid 7 out of 10 for style. But seriously, you can't just air juggle playgrounds forever. Where's the first shovel in the ground? Exactly. That's the tiny lesson. A promise can be exciting, like a ball in the air, but you only get a playground when someone puts the ball down and starts building. So a good question to ask is, when will it happen, and how will it happen?
Here's a kid-friendly example. If someone says, I'll buy new swings for the park, ask, which park? When? It's not rude, it's being curious. Curiosity is a superpower. Laughter, it's cape. Next, imagine a performer who keeps changing outfits, sparkly cloak, shiny hat, feather boa, and every new costume gets a huge cheer from the crowd. Applause feels great, but is a cheer the same as actually fixing the swing? Clap all you want. The swing still needs a bolt.
Right, that's the point. Applause is what people say they like. Action is what actually gets done. Think of applause like a sticker on a drawing. Fun, but it doesn't add more color unless someone picks up a brush.
That's a lovely way to put it. Stickers and paint. Sometimes stickers are the first step. They remind people something matters. But then you still need the paint. Someone has to pick up a brush.
So applause can start attention, but action finishes the job. Parents, when you hear a big cheer about something, ask together, okay, what happens next? Finally, picture a magician tapping a jar of coins labeled school lunches. Watch closely as he taps the jar, and suddenly there are fewer coins.
Magic, or math. If coins for lunches disappear, something else probably got them. Maybe a new hat for the juggler? Where did they go?
Exactly. Budgets are like jars. If you scoop a spoon of cereal from the school jar for a poster, there's less cereal for bowls later. The takeaway, budgets are choices, and those choices change real things kids care about, like lunches or playgrounds.
So when someone says we'll do many things, it's okay to ask which jar will you use. That helps you see whether the plan fits the coins.
Mike, earlier you nudged me. Are we being too simple? I don't want to make grown-up choices sound like a magic show kids can't understand.
No, simple is good here. If kids learn to ask a couple of questions, that's powerful. But remind them it's okay for parents to explain the tricky parts later. Curiosity shouldn't become worry.
All right, before the judges get snarky, here's a playful panel moment. My Mike impression says, I deduct half a star for glitter misuse. And my Jahangeer impression says, more paint, please.
Time for a tiny recap. 3 little lessons you can remember anywhere. Say it with me. B. Juggle, applause, budget. Juggle means watch promises. Applause means notice the cheering, but check for action. Budget means ask which jar the money comes from. I still think a bit of applause helps people start, so stickers and paint can work together if someone actually paints. Before we go, tiny bonus tip. Make a promise jar at home. When someone promises something, write it on a paper, tuck it in the jar, and check it later. Kids love jars. Parents love evidence. I vote yes for the promise jar. Also,
One small disagreement. Applause can be the spark, but don't let it be the finish line.
Fair. Applause can start the work, as long as someone follows with paint and tools. Okay, parting joke. Why did the politician bring a ladder to the speech? To reach the high notes of the applause, but forgot the toolbox. If you liked this tiny show, tell a friend and try the promise jar at home. Thanks for listening to Daily Pakistan Funny News. We'll be back with another short, silly act. Remember, ask questions, keep it kind, and never stop being curious. One last tiny joke. What's a magician's favorite budget item? A disappearing coin purse. Bye for now.